Welcome back. I'm Motorcycle Pastor, and this is the place where we rise with the Lord, where we rely upon His holy word each and every day of our lives. To do that, we open up our scripture, which today we're opening to Isaiah 41, verse 10, where we read, "I will strengthen you." To help us get into the word, we use Charles Spurgeon's Morning by Morning. Here's what Charles writes. God has a strong reserve with which to discharge this responsibility, for He is able to do everything. Believer, until you can drain the ocean dry of omnipotence, until you can break into the pieces the towering mountains of almighty strength, you never need to fear. Don't think that the strength of man will ever be able to overcome the power of God. While the earth's huge pillars stand, you have enough reason to live firm in your faith. The same God who directs the earth in its orbit, who feeds the burning furnace of the sun and trims the lamps of heaven, has promised to supply you with daily strength. While He's able to uphold the universe, don't dream that He will prove unable to fulfill His own promises. Remember what He did in the past, in the former generations. Remember how He spoke and it was done, how He commanded and it stood firm. Will He who created the world grow weary? He hangs the world upon nothing. Will He who does this be unable to support His own children? Will He be unfaithful to His word for lack of power? Who is it that restrains the tempest? Does He not ride upon the wings of the wind and make the clouds His chariots and hold the ocean in the hollow of His hand? How can He fail you when He has put such a faithful promise as this on record? Will you for a moment indulge the thought that He has outpromised Himself or gone beyond His power to fulfill? No. You can doubt no longer. My God, You who are my strength, I believe that this promise will be fulfilled. For the boundless reservoir of Your grace can never be exhausted, and the overflowing storehouse of Your strength can never be emptied by Your friends or plundered by Your enemies. Now, let the feeble be strong, and make Jehovah's arm their song. Who do you rely on? Where does your strength come from? These are the simplest concepts. We often talk about who has our back, who we can turn to when the going gets down, but so often when I hear people talk to me about that, they're talking about others mired in the mud with them. Who has my back? Well, this person over here, my friend. Who do I rely on? Oh, I think I can call out to so-and-so. And yet they miss the true source, the greatest abundance of help that there can possibly be. The one who is Lord of all, the one who can literally make mountains move with but a word, speak things into and out of existence. The one who created the night and the day. The one who gives all power and authority to His Son Jesus, and Jesus who gives power and authority to we His followers. I'll tell you where I would turn. If I were in a pinch, I would turn to the greatest, the strongest, the mightiest of all. There's a reason why so many prayers begin with Mighty God. For He is omnipotent, certainly, all-powerful. And He is omniscient and knows exactly what our need is. And because He is not limited, He's also incredibly giving. He provides for you and I. He is our strength. As you go out this morning into the world, I want to invite you to consider his strength when the going gets tough. When you have need, lean in, lean on, rest on God and his promises given to us. Then tonight, when we get back together, you can share how God, who always fulfills his promises, fulfilled this one for you today. How he was your strength in difficult times. Perhaps your peace or your patience when all you want to do is respond in ways that are of the world. Look not to another, look not to a worldly source, but look upward. Raise your eyes to the Lord, for he will sustain you. He will satisfy you. He will be your strength. I'm Motorcycle Pastor saying I'll see you in the evening.